The following is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post 8 Baseball is brought to you by Dr. Pepper, Floss Dentistry, Comtech, Wagner Auto, and Dakota Sprinkler.
That one is flown out towards center field. Ellie Life, a long run dive, and he makes the catch! What a diving grab by Elliot Life out in center field.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by CHS River Plains, Kathy Sunshine Properties, True Green, B&B Equipment, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Gales Gas.
And Keenos will shoot that out towards the right center field gap. That's going to get down for a base hit. Another run will come in to score. Keenos is going to try and get the second. The throw coming in is cut off by the second baseman. It's the second double of the game for Lincoln Keenos.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you on KCCR by AirTech, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Olson Plumbing, First Dakota National Bank, Ferding Electric, and Shane's Pharmacy.
Post 8 will take game 2 by a complete game shutout for Jack Van Kim. A huge win for the Yates.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by Avera, Xander Auto Parts, Edward Jones Financial, Todd's Electric, Lamb Auto, Kruger Contracting, the Oahe YMCA, Bank West, and Fisher Rounds.
And Dean will launch it out to right field. That one's going to get out for a walk-off. 3-run homer. And Post 8 is off to Sunday. Third home run for Bennett Dean of the season.
With the call of today's baseball action, KCCR award-winning sports director, John Winkler.
And a good evening as we welcome you here from Harmon Park in Sioux Falls as Post 8 opens up the Dakota Classic against Orono, Minnesota in Game 1 of 4 guaranteed games here this weekend. 1 tonight, 2 tomorrow, and then 1 again on Sunday as Post 8 will be looking for a strong weekend. The last couple years that they've had the Dakota, the true Dakota Classic, 2019, 2021 with a little mix in 2020, but in 2019, 2021, Post 8 won their pool and advanced to the quarterfinals with the 2019 team going to the semifinals of this Dakota Classic. So they're looking for the same success here again this weekend, which would lead us into Sunday afternoon for the quarterfinals. But here tonight, as they take on Orono, Minnesota, it is an opportunity for Connor Bruce to be on the mound. He will have his second appearance. He went 2/3 of an inning in his first appearance. He gave up just 1 walk without a hit. His whip is 1.5, and that ERA, of course, is 0 without giving up anything else than a walk in his 2/3 innings of appearance for Post 8. So he will go on the mound for the Eights here in Game 1. A lot of guys will be used throughout this tournament with the short bench that they have. Just a couple guys on the bench, and Aaron Booth being one of those 2 guys on the bench here in game number 1 of our weekend. So there will be a lot used throughout this weekend, and it should be a fun one here this evening as Orono, Minnesota is the first opponent for Post 8. And it looks like Orono will be the home team. They'll be taking the field here in just a moment. So we'll step aside for 2 minutes, come back with first pitch. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your why at the Milwaukee Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
And we welcome you back here to Harmon Park number 2 as Lincoln Keatles will step to the plates. He is the leadoff man here in this ball game as we are set to get first pitch underway. As Keatles will lead us off, he'll be followed by Jaden Wiebe, the second baseman, Jack Merkwan, the left fielder, will bat third. Bennett Dean, the first baseman, batting fourth. Gary Nedved, the third baseman, batting fifth. Johnny Lyons, the DH, batting sixth. Spencer Easlin, the right fielder, will bat seventh. Grayson Hunsley, the catcher, batting eighth. And Brecken Kruger, the center fielder, batting ninth. Here's the first pitch. It comes in and nearly hits Keatles as we open things up here at 7:21 this evening. First and only game tonight. Post State will be at Harmon Park number 1 on Saturday as Keatles will rip that one into center field for a base hit leadoff. Hit for Lincoln Keatles. And it will bring up the number 2 hitter in Jaden Wiebe. This Orono team got Connor Mahoney on the line, on the mound for this Orono team. So Connor against Connor. Connor Bruce for Post State will be the starting pitcher here for the Eights in the first game of the Dakota Classic as Jaden Wiebe comes to the plate. With a runner on and nobody out here in the top of the first inning, first pitch is inside for ball 1. As it is going to be Bennett Johnson in left, Josh DeLang in center, and Marco Sapillo, the right fielder. Jack Lewin, the third baseman. Justice Engesser, the shortstop. Charlie Larson, the second baseman, as Wiebe will take low for ball 2. And then it is Sutton Bjorn, the first baseman, with Jacob Vanyo behind the plate, and Connor Mahoney on the mound for this Orono team. Pickoff move. He's a lefty for Orono. They also have a lefty catcher. Vanyo throws left-handed, so a lefty-lefty combo for the battery that is very, very rare. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one will bounce in. Good block there from Vanyo, and it's now 3-0. Here's the number 2 hitter, Jaden Wiebe. Wiebe comes in heading 229 of the season, just one extra base hit, and he's got 5 runs driven in. So far, he is hitting just 100 with runners in scoring position, but Keatles stands at first base. 3-0 pitch, taken all the way, and over for strike 1. As the count is 3-1 here. And if you're watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports, this is probably as good as you're going to get for a camera angle. It's very hard to find a camera angle here at Harmon too, as they step off and a throw over and back in safely as Keatles. Tomorrow night, Post State will play at 5 and 7:30, and this pool, the Sioux Falls East pool, will move over to Harmon at 1, so we'll be over in the press box tomorrow evening and to tomorrow night. The 3-1 pitch, and Wiebe will sky it out towards left center field. Moving over is the center fielder DeLang. He'll make the catch, and there's one down here at the top of the first inning. And it will bring up Jack Merkwan. Merkwan hitting 270 now on the season. He's got 4 extra base hits of his 10 hits, 3 doubles and a triple. 10 runs driven in so far for Merkwan. And for Post State, the team that's batting 273 right now. And I'd like to see that average, good team, that average will continue to climb and want to continue to climb. Here's the first pitch from Mahoney to Merkwan. Comes inside looking for a back pick and back in safely as Keatles. There's where a lefty catcher comes into play. You don't have to shift your body at all, turn around, you just catch and crow hop to first base. Lefty catchers could be effective. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Jack Merquant. He'll go the other way, out towards right field, backing up a couple of steps and making the catch is the right fielder, Sapilla. And there's now 2 down here in the top of the first inning. And it will bring up Bennett Dean. First and only lefty in the batting order for Post State here in this ball game. As it is Dean that will have the opportunity to maybe drive around Keenels. Here's the first pitch from Mahoney to Dean as Keenels takes off. Throw is outside, and the throw to second is not going to be in time, so Keenels steals second. And now he is in scoring position with 2 away here in the top of the first inning. Playing Dean straight up, maybe guarding the line down first base is Bjorn. Count is 1-0 here to Dean. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's at the knees, and it's now 1-1. Bennett Dean coming in as he is hitting .370. He was hitting over .400 before the Watertown doubleheader. He's got inside the park home run over just across the sidewalk here in Harmon 1. He got that last week against Sioux Falls West. 1-1 pitch spins in at the top of the zone, catches the top corner, and it's now 1-2 here to Dean. Well, Post State will have to probably continue that conversation at the top of the second about this team wanting to get that batting average up from that 273 mark. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one will bounce off of the catcher, and taking third as Keenels read it perfectly. Vaniel was able to block it up, but it got just far enough away, so Keenels moves up to third. And a wild pitch could give Post State a 1-0 lead. And a base hit will certainly score Keenels. Here's the 3-2. 2-2 pitch taken for strike 3 as Dean will strike out to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base after a half an inning. No score between Pierre and Orono. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from His Son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, shop for it all online anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here to Harmon Park, here at Harmon number 2 for our first game of the weekend. Post State's taking on Orono, Minnesota, as Connor Bruce is on the mound for the Eights. He'll make his first starts of the season. He had a 2/3 of an inning of relief, gave up just 1 walk in those 2/3 of an inning for the only blemish against him, a whip of 1.5. That ERA sits at 0. No hits against him, no runs. Did not strike anybody out in those 2 guys that he retired, but just that 1 walk against. As it will be Jack Lewin, the third baseman, to lead things off. Charlie Larson, the second baseman, batting second. Josh DeLang, the center fielder, will bat third. Marco Sapilla, the right fielder, will bat fourth. Jacob Vanyo, the catcher, batting fifth. Sutton Bjorn, and the first baseman, batting sixth. Justice Engesser, the shortstop, batting seventh. It'll be Bennett Johnson, the left fielder, batting eighth, and Connor Mahoney, the pitcher, will bat ninth for this Orono team, as they will have the National League type lineup, I guess the old school National League type lineup, and it even fits out perfectly with your pitcher batting number 9. So lead things off, Jack Lewin, the third baseman, against the right-hander Connor Bruce here in the bottom of the first of game 1 for both these teams here this weekend. First pitch swinging, ground ball up the middle, off the glove of Keenels and into center field. as the leadoff man is on base. It would be a base hit. Couldn't see the ball go up to, I saw it go off the glove, didn't see exactly how it went off the glove. So a base hit, lead things off. Jack Lewin, the third baseman, is on, and it will bring up Charlie Larson, the second baseman. So wasting no time and going right after Connor Bruce was this Orono team swinging at the first pitch. And it brings up Charlie Larson, the second baseman. Here's the first pitch. Misses just a bit upstairs, a little inside to Larson. Jack Merquan is out in left. Brecken Kruger in center, and Spencer Easlin in right. Gary Nedved, the third baseman, playing third base. The League Aquino is the shortstop. Jade Weeby, the second baseman. Bennett Dean at first. Grayson Hunsley behind the plate. As the 1-0 pitch will bounce in, and Hunsley will block it up, and it's now 2-0. This Minnesota team from Orono, Minnesota, is playing their first game. They will play 2 tomorrow, just like Post 8 will. They'll play the 2 games prior to Post 8, as the 2-0 pitch is outside, and it's now 3-0. They'll play at 12 and 2:30 tomorrow, and then on Sunday they'll play the final game, which will be at 11 o'clock. Sioux Falls East, they played 2 games today. They play 2 tomorrow, including the final game against Post 8. They'll be the one team that does not have to play Sunday morning. 3-0 pitch misses, and it's a 4-pitch walk, and first 2 have reached base to open things up here in the bottom of the first inning. Columbus, Nebraska beats Sioux Falls East 8-0. And it was also for Sioux Falls East, I believe they had played earlier today, and try and go find that game. They beat Omaha Gross 11-1. That'll be the Sunday opponent for Post 8. So a couple of final scores throughout, but we'll have a full total of the first day. And for Post 8, it's all about being 1-0 at the end of day number 1. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That was a fly ball to center field. In comes Kruger. He will dive, and he is able to make the catch. What a diving play out in center field for Brecken Kruger. And there's now 1 down here in the bottom of the first inning. Trying to look through the underneath here, the fence and around the players, and Kruger dove in to towards second base and was able to make the catch, as it's now Marco Sapilla, the right fielder. The runners at first and second, and 1 down here at the bottom of the first. Here's the first pitch. That one at the bottom of the zone, catches for strike 1. And for Connor Bruce, the 4-pitch walk, but what you like to see is throwing some strikes, but letting them put the ball in play. Making the defense work for him. Here's the 0-1 pitch. At the top of the zone, that's flown out towards center field. Kruger comes in, much easier of a catch to make this time. And there's now 2 down. And that's kind of a statement of, well, yeah, of course you got to throw strikes. But, in these games, especially in this weekend, where Bruce will probably be thrown out to 105 pitches. Because of it being game 1, you kind of set the tone for the weekend. You got the duty of setting the tone for this weekend, and being able to go as long as you can relieves the rest of the pitchers going into Saturday, and there are 2 games, and then on Sunday as well. If you're able to go as long as you possibly can and be effective doing it, then all of a sudden then the rest of the pitching staff goes, okay, we want to be just as good as what Bruce did on Friday. 0-1 pitch is outside. It's now 1-1. First 2 men reach base with a single and a walk, and then 2 flyouts to the center fielder Kruger. And there's 2 down, a 1-1 count here in the bottom of the first with 2 on. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball right side. That's going to get through for a base hit. Spencer Easlin will come up with it. Runners are going to try and score. The throw cut off by Dean. And sliding in safely and scoring is Jack Lewin. And Orono opens things up with a 1-0 lead on the RBI single from Jacob Vanyo. And still runners are in the corner, so this will be an RBI opportunity again here for Sutton Bjorn, the first baseman. The ground ball, the seeing eye single for Vanyo, the catcher. So here's Sutton Bjorn, the first baseman, with 2 away here in the bottom of the first, and Orono trying to extend their 1-0 lead. 2 hits so far for Orono. Here's the first pitch. That one's a line shot to right field. Down the line, that is fair. Cut off by Easlin before it got to the wall. Rounding first, trying to go for second now, and no throw from Dean as Bjorn's able to take second on the throw. Back-to-back singles, back-to-back RBI hits for Orono. It is now a 2-0 lead. Bjorn with the RBI hit. And it's second and third. He took second on the throw coming in. Actually, might be a double, but either way, it's a base hit, and now Justice Engesser, the shortstop, with 2 runners in scoring position here and a 2-0 lead. As Bruce will go back and work from the windup here with 2 away and runners in scoring position. First pitch, swinging at it and grounding it foul down the first base line. It's 0-1. So nearly got out of it without any damage, but try and win a ball game, you got to score more than 0. So Post State will have the opportunity in the top of the second with 5, 6, and 7 to try and answer right back. Here's the 0-1 from Bruce. Fouling that one back. And it's now 0-2, and Bruce a strike away from getting out of this first inning. This is the 7th man to come to the plate for Orono here in the first inning. Bennett Johnson waits on deck. Here's the 0-2. That one's up high and caught by Hunsley. It's now 1-2 here to Engesser, the shortstop. Start off with a single on the first pitch from Lewin, a walk, 4-pitch walk to Larson, 2 flyouts to center field, one of a diving variety for Brecken Kruger, and then back-to-back RBI singles with 2 outs. Here's the 1-2. Going upstairs for it and flying it out to center field. Brecken Kruger backing up, backpedaling, makes the catch. He makes all 3 outs in that bottom of the first inning, but 2-run score on 3 hits in the inning. No errors and 2 men left on base. After 1 full inning, Orono leads Pierre 2-0 as we head to the top of the second. Back in a minute, you're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
As we welcome you back here to Harmon, as we are set for the second inning, and Post State down 2-0. The 5, 6, and 7, Gary Nedved, Johnny Lyons, and Spencer Easlin be the first 3 hitters here for Post State. 2 guys on the bench for the 8s here in this first ball game. Matthew Hansen, who's going out to coach first, and also Aaron Booth, who dealing with an injury right now and will hopefully be able to pitch at some point this summer, but might be used as a hitter and also someone to play the field. Isaac Polak, he'll be available to pitch on Sunday again. Not here tonight as the first pitch to Gary Nedved. He'll swing and miss for strike 1 to open things up here in the top of the second inning. Nedved hitting .259. All 7 hits are singles. He got 5 runs driven in so far in the season. As that slugging percentage right at .259, OPS at .593. 0-1 pitch. That one will bounce in, and it's now 1-1 here to Nedved. 2 runs in the first inning for Orono, and back-to-back 2-out RBI singles from the 5 and 6 hitters. And Vanyo, the catcher, and Bjorn, the first baseman. 1-1 pitch. That one will miss inside, and Lone is now 2-1 here to Nedved. Again, tomorrow, Post State will take on Columbus, Nebraska in the first game at 5 o'clock. That's the scheduled 5 o'clock, and this game got started early, which is somewhat surprising considering it's the final game of the day. And I wouldn't expect it to start early, but you never know. We'll be on the air around 4:45, looking for a 5 o'clock first pitch as it counts 3-1 here to Nedved. And then the second game, don't have to worry about whether it starts on time or not because we'll go from game 1 to game 2 as the Eights will take on Sioux Falls East. 3-1 pitch, taking all the way as Nedved, and it's now 3-2 as that catches the bottom of the zone. And that's the game that's an important one for Post State. Sioux Falls East is the game that you don't want to go 1-3, but if you're going to go 1-3, you have to win that game against Sioux Falls East. That one comes in, might have bounced and hit him. Either way, it's ball 4, and Nedved is on, second base runner. Second time now Post State has got the leadoff man to open things up here in this ball game. And here's Johnny Lyons, the DH. As Lyons comes in, he is now hitting .345 in the season. .345 with 1 double, 7 runs driven in. He's hitting .333 with runners in scoring position, which is tied for third on the team with Matthew Hansen. As Lyons swings and misses in the first pitch. Obviously not a at-bat with a runner in scoring position right now, with Nedved only on at first base. Dean's hitting .444. Kruger hitting .364 the runners in scoring position. And then it's Lyons and Hansen at .333. Here's the 0-1. There's a line shot. What a stop by the third baseman. The throw to second for 1, back to first, and how about you on a double play turn by the third baseman, Lewin. Spun around on the backhand to make the play. The throw to second was a dot, and then a throw to first was in time. That had to be perfect all the way around, and it's a 5-4-3 double play, and there's now 2 down. That is a fantastic play by the third baseman, Lewin. As there's now 2 down here in the top of the second. What a play by the Lewin, the third baseman. First pitch swinging from Spencer Easlin, and he'll foul it back. And it's 0-1. Easlin, this is his first at-bats of the, actually, yeah, this is his first at-bat, first plate appearance, as he'll have a check swing and goes all the way through, so it's now 0-2. Easlin has so far thrown 3 innings in his 1 start. Would expect that he would be in line to throw at some point here this weekend. Here's the 0-2 now from Mahoney. Comes inside. That's a good pitch, but a good take there from Easlin. The count's now 1-2. On deck would be Grayson Hunsley, the catcher. And then Brecken Kruger, the number 9 hitter. But an inning that started out with some promise with a leadoff walk. As the 1-2 comes in and misses Lotus, now 2-2. Has quickly turned into a near 1-2-3 inning with that double play turn by the third baseman, Lewin. That was a hard hit ball by Lyons, and able to scoop it up in the backhand was Lewin. 2-2. Just misses a little low, and it's now 3-2. And on deck is Grayson Hunsley. Looking to be a 2-out base runner here for Post State. Here's the 3-2 from Mahoney. Comes inside and misses for ball 4. And from 0-2 ends up being a walk to Easlin. Second walk issued in the inning from Mahoney. Second in the game. And now here's Grayson Hunsley with an opportunity to hit with 2 down. Hunsley so far 130 batting average. But again, when you look at what Grayson Hunsley has been able to do, while the average isn't there, he's, again, struck out just 1 time so far in 23 at-bats. So a 130 batting average and 1 strikeout. That one misses low for ball 1. You know, you look at some of the advanced stats, and without going through it all, everybody's batting average goes up when you put the ball in play because of all the strikeouts. But in Hunsley's case, it doesn't go up very much, which tells you that the ball is just not finding its way down right now. And you look at guys in Major League Baseball, their averages probably jump up about 200 points because they strike out so much. 1-0 pitch will miss low. Back pick, the throw almost gets Easland, but he's standing back up safely at first base. Counts 2-0 here to Hunsley. So as long as he keeps swinging the bats like he does, that average will continue to go up. 2-0 pitch. That one is popped foul and out of play on the first base side. The count's now 2-1. Top of the second here with 1 on, 2 outs. And a 2-1 count. 2-0 lead for Orono over Pierre. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Mahoney with a long pause. Sidestep, runner takes off. Pitch is low. The throw to second is going to be off target, and stealing second is Easland. The count's now 3-1. Second steal for Post State now in this ball game, and Grayson Hunsley with a base hit could cut the lead in half for Orono. Columbus, Nebraska, and Sioux Falls East tomorrow for Post State. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Hunsley inside pitch, grounds it to left side, fielded by the shortstop. Going to be a tough play, but the throw is right on the money from Engesser, and that will retire the side here in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We have played an inning and a half, and Orono leads Pierre 2-0. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
It is 8-9-1 here for Orono here in the bottom of the second as they lead at 2-0 over Pierre Post State. Bennett Johnson, Connor Mahoney, and then back to Jack Lewin as the Eights are down 2-0. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors in the first inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Orono in the first inning for them. As again, Bennett Johnson, the left fielder, leads things off, and then it's the number 9 hitter and Connor Mahoney, the pitcher. Then back to the top of the order for Jack Lewin. This is day 1 of the Dakota Classic. Post State will play in tournament this weekend and then also a tournament next weekend. They'll go to Minot. They'll play Thursday in Mandan in a doubleheader, and then they'll come up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to Minot, finish the trip up to Minot, and then play there. So it's going to be a busy week, and it was scheduled to be a Bismarck game, 1 game against Bismarck on Tuesday, and then a doubleheader against Sioux Falls East Wednesday at home, and then up to Mandan on Thursday. They get 1 less game, but 1 less day also of baseball. Here's the first pitch to Johnson. There's a swing and a miss. Good cut there from Johnson. Good pitch from Connor Bruce to kick things off here in the bottom of the second. And for Connor Bruce, it's not a bad inning at all in that first. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. It'll roll its way back here to the screen, and the count is now 1-1. Give up 3 singles in the first inning. You'll live with singles. And 1 walk and 3 singles against. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one misses a little bit low and outside, and it's now 2-1. Here to Bennett Johnson. In Sioux Falls East, they went 1-1 today. They lost to Columbus right before us. They lost 8-0 to Columbus, Nebraska. 2-1 bounces in, and it's now 3-1. Here, the leadoff man in the bottom of the second, Bennett Johnson. He beat Omaha Gross 11-1, then lost 8-0 to Columbus, Nebraska. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one will bounce in, and so it'll be a leadoff walk issued from Bruce, and it will now bring up his counterpart, the pitcher, Connor Mahoney. The old school National League lineup, having your pitcher bat number 9. And we'll see if they go the small ball like a National League pitcher would do, if they'll have him lay down a bunt. Big lead over at first base. Pickoff attempt, and diving back in safely is Johnson. He got a good-sized lead off at first. It's a pretty good throw there from Bruce as well, almost right on the money for Dean to catch and put the tag on. Again, we'll see if they're going to show bunt here for Mahoney. They'll pull it back as the runner takes off. The throw to second. It's going to get wide. It's going to go into center field, but not taking third base as Kruger was backing it up was Johnson. So he'll steal second on the first pitch. We'll see if the bunt is still on. Might have been a ploy for Johnson to take off for second and to pull it back. As Mahoney digs back in. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Showing bunt, reaching for it and missing. On a pitch that was outside was Mahoney, so it's now 1-1. And a good block there also from Hunsley, as he had to slide his way over to his right to make that play. So the count is now 1-1 here to Mahoney. The runner on second and nobody out here in the bottom of the second. 1-1 pitch will bounce in, and it's now 2-1. Not showing bunt that time was Connor Mahoney. Nedved's around the line at third base. At least on this angle he is. As Bruce comes set from the stretch. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a miss by Mahoney. Chase it outside again, and it's now 2-2. The runner on second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Orono already leading 2-0. 2-2. That's upstairs. Oh, that's only ball 3. He just said it was 2-2. Yep, that's ball 3. So it's a full count. 3-2 here to Connor Mahoney. On deck is the top of the order, Jack Lewin, who led off the bottom of the first with a single and came around to score on Jacob Vanyo's RBI base hit. So now it's a full count to the number 9 hitter. Bruce will come set from the stretch, 3-2. That one is chopped at the plate, and it will roll foul. So it remains a full count at 3-2. The Eights are 5-7 right now. They had won 5 of 6 to get to 5-5, and then lost both games to Watertown on Tuesday in Watertown, 3-2. That one's off the end of the bat. Cue shot here. Wiebe will field. He's got an underhand flip it to first. Good play there from the second baseman, Wiebe. He's able to retire Mahoney, moving up 90 feet as Johnson. And so there's now a runner on third with one away. And it brings up the top of the order for Jack Lewin. Lewin hit the ball right back up the middle and led off the bottom of the first with a base hit. And the infield will come in all the way around here for Post State, trying to keep this a 2-0 score, knowing that runs could be at a premium. And also, the fourth inning doesn't really matter too much because then the game's got to be a much wider advantage than normal. But then a balk is called as Bruce did not come set from the stretch, and the run's going to score. And it's now a 3-0 ball game. So there's no pitch, a balk against from Bruce that scores Johnson, and the lead is now 3-0 for Orono, and nobody on base. And it's going to be still the first pitch upcoming here to the third baseman, Lewin. First pitch will miss low and outside for ball one. Post State was unable to pick up any wins against Watertown on the road on Tuesday. There are two South Dakota games that you would like to have back. And Watertown, who was on an 8-game losing streak, was able to snap that on Tuesday. 1-0 pitch is on the outside edge, and it's now even at a ball and a strike. Charlie Larson, the second baseman, is on deck. He drew a walk his first trip to the plate. 3-0 our score here in the bottom of the second. Here's the 1-1. That one's popped up, foul, and that will get out of play. The count is now 1-2. Here to the Orono leadoff man. We're number 99. As Connor Bruce looks to pick up the second out here in the bottom of the second. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one will bounce in. Good block again from Grayson Hunsley. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The sun will be a factor for the fielders for most of this game. Sun sets at 9:10. And that sun will be setting right behind home plate. That one will miss low and outside. It's now 3-2. Depending on, without turning around and looking back and directly into the sun, it might have a little bit of some comfort, some relief but prior to the sun actually setting. But for the most part, it's going to be a little bit difficult to see. 3-2. Reaching for it, ground ball left side. Keenos will field it short. His throw to first is a low one, but picked up by Bennett Dean. And there's now 2 down here in the bottom of the second. And it will bring up Charlie Larson, the second baseman. Larson walked, and he came around to score also. That was in the Sutton Bjorn RBI single. Both the runs came with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. The 1-out balk scored the third run for Orono, and now Larson will look to restart this inning. Here's the first pitch. There's a line shot up the middle, and it's a base hit, a 2-out single. That's their third 2-out hit of the ball game. And it extends the inning now for Josh DeLang, the center fielder who flew out to center field, and it was a spectacular diving grab from Brecken Kruger, diving towards the infield for the first out, and then a easier fly ball for the second out, and he also Kruger ended up catching the third out too, out in center field. Runner takes off in the first pitch, ground ball left side. Nedved, I don't think saw it right away as it got down the line. It's a fair ball. To third base will be Larson, as he was off with the pitch anyway, so he was able to round second and easily stand at third base. It turns into a 2-out single, and it's now first and third with 2 away, and it's Marco Sapilla, the right fielder, back to the plate with another RBI opportunity. Runners at the corners with 2 away. You would think that DeLang will have the green light to try and steal, get both guys in scoring position, or maybe try and just steal another run. First pitch, not running. There's a fly ball left field. That one's down for another base hit, and it will be a 4-0 ball game now here for Orono. 3 straight 2-out singles. Marco Sapilla gets an RBI, and it's now first and second with 2 away. Here is Jacob Vanyo, who had an RBI single in his first at-bat. Another 2-run inning here for Orono now in the second. So DeLang at second, Sapilla at first. The catcher, Vanyo. Here's the first pitch. Here's a ground ball, first base side, and that is just foul. past the bag, and it's 0-1. Dean made a nice play over there in foul territory. 6 hits now for Orono. 3 in the first and now 3 here in the second. 3 straight hits for the team in red here in the bottom of the second inning. 0-1 pitch is at the top of the zone and taken for a strike, and the count's now 0-2. And Bruce a strike away from putting an end to this inning. But a base hit potentially could score DeLang at second base. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball right side. He goes underneath the glove of Dean and took a bad hop. Rounding third, trying to score. The throw cut off. And it's another RBI single with 2 outs for Vanyo. That's his second 2-out RBI single. He's got 2 RBIs in the ball game, and it's a 5-0 lead here with 2 down the bottom of the second. And it will bring up Sutton Bjorn, who also had an RBI single in his first trip to the plate. So that's 4 straight base hits. And Orono is putting good swings on it, not hitting the ball into the gaps. But in their 7 hits, all 7 singles, they've gotten the job done to score 5 runs now. Here's the first pitch to Bjorn. That one's outside for ball 1. Runners are at the corners here with 2 away. Listen to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. 5-0 our score in the bottom of the second. 4 straight hits have scored 2 runs. 3-run inning here for Orono in the second. That one will bounce in, and it's now 2-0. They scored 2 runs in the first. Vanyo, who's on first, he got the opening run to score with an 2-out RBI single, and it was followed by Bjorn with another RBI hit. And then now it's been Sapilla and Vanyo with 2-out hits to score 2 different runs. 2-0 pitch is at the bottom of the zone, now 2-1 here to Sutton Bjorn. 7 hits so far. 7, 8, and 9 are the only guys that do not have a hit. Here's the 2-1. That one is grounded foul. That one was also close to the line as well and hit the lip at the edge of the infield. And from the angle that we're at it, nice little incline from the grass to the dirt. Runners at the corners. 2 down here in the bottom of the second, and a 2-2 count upcoming to Sutton Bjorn. And the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Keenol's off the glove. He's able to flip it back to Wiebe, who's unable to make the catch. And it's now a 6-run ball game as the inning will continue. Be air charged to keep the inning alive. And it's first and second as Justice Anguser will now come to play. That one will bounce in. Good block there from Grayson Hunsley. And it's 1-0 here to the Orono shortstop. He flew out to the center fielder Kruger to end the bottom of the first inning. But a 6-0 lead now. 4 runs have scored. 3 of those 4 runs have all come with 2 outs in the inning. Still a runner in scoring position. Here's the 1-0. Here's a ground ball to the right side. Wiebe will field. He'll throw to first. That will retire the side. All 9 men come to the plates here in the bottom of the second. 4-run score on 4 hits in the inning. There was 1 error and 2 men left on base. After 2 innings, a 6-0 lead for Orono over Pierre. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Furting Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Furting Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Furting Electric, 224-8684. Top of the third inning, Post State down 6-0 as we welcome you back here to Harmon Park, field number 2, 9-1-2 for Post State. Brecken Kruger, Lincoln Keenels, and then Jaden Wiebe. And the Eights have their work cut out for them here in the top of the third inning. And I don't think I ever finished the thought, too, that it's 12 runs after 4. It's a 12-run rule after 4, but 8 after 5. So it's not the typical 10-run rule that you have during the regular season. And, we saw it at the Veterans Classic, 8-run rule after 5. So for Post State, as they're down 6-0 right now, not in complete danger of this ending early, but have to keep that in mind. First pitch will go behind Kruger, and he'll take it for ball 1. Kruger's in 259, 7 singles in his 27 at-bats. He has picked up 5 runs driven in. He's got that 364 batting average with runners in scoring position. Obviously nobody on base right now. There's a high hop of the third baseman to field the throw. Lewin throws it to Bjorn. The leadoff man retired. Been a couple of, that one, just the first one there, a good hop for Orono, and for Post State haven't been able to have the nice hops go their way. Here's Lincoln Keenels, who singled to lead things off in the top of the first inning, but though he was left stranded at third base. The only hit so far for Post State. Swings and misses at the first pitch. He was looking like he was trying to make it a 6-1 ball game. Be followed by Jaden Wiebe, and again, Post State had the leadoff man on base in the first and second and unable to score. As Keenels goes the other way and fouls that one down the right field line. It's now 0-2. So maybe now with the leadoff man being retired in the top of the third to lead things off, maybe that'll be good luck for him to score a couple runs. Or maybe just being a little bit overly positive about it all. Here's the 0-2 upcoming from Connor Mahoney to Lincoln Keenels. The lefty delivers. That one taken low. A good take there from Keenels. That was a good pitch from Mahoney. And the count's now 1-2. 8 hits, that was ruled a hit, so 3 hits in the first, 5 in the second. No errors so far for Post State. Here's the 1-2. That one will also miss low. And again, another good pitch there from Mahoney, trying to stay down, trying to get Keenels to chase. And Keenels trying to be the second base hit, go 2 for 2. 2-2 pitch. That one will bounce in, get to the backstop, and it's now 3-2. Jaden Wiebe is on deck for Post State. With a full count here and 1 out in the top of the third. Again, the Eights will face Columbus, Nebraska, and then the biggest game of the weekend, outside of potentially winning the pool and playing another South Dakota team, the biggest game will be on Saturday night, tomorrow night, against Sioux Falls East. From 0-2, Keenels is able to work a 1-out walk. Now the third walk issued from Mahoney so far in this ball game. He's able to retire one of those 2 walks with a double play. So here's Jaden Wiebe, flew out to center field, out in the left center field to the center fielder DeLang in his first at-bat. See how quickly Keenels gets a green light. Here's the first pitch. Wiebe will swing and fly it out towards right field. Moving over is the right fielder to foul territory and unable to make the catch. And it will be a foul ball. As that one was tough to see where it landed. The right fielder, Sapilla, had a long run. And as he leapt for it, it went just over the top of his glove and landed in foul territory. So just a long strike for Wiebe. As Keenels will dig back in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And a long pause. Here's the 0-1. Comes inside. and taken for a strike. And the count's now 0-2 here to Wiebe. Number 2 man in the order, Jack Merquan, is on deck. Here's the 0-2. Wiebe swings and misses and will strike out, and there's now 2 down. And it will bring up now Jack Merquan, who flew out to the right fielder in Sapilla in his first at-bat. With 2 outs now, Keenels will be off on contact. And he shoot the gap somewhere. He's got the speed to score Pierre's first run. Here's the first pitch to Merquan. That one misses inside for ball 1. Merquan 0 for 1. With the fly out to right, here's the 1-0 pitch. Pickoff attempt, back in safely is Keenels. And again, that's a pretty good pickoff move there from Mahoney. Jackson Edmond for Post State, similar to, and you might not be able to see it on YouTube at KCCR Sports with the camera angle, but that leg starts to go forward, but it goes more towards first base. So Edmond and Mahoney on that pickoff attempt, he looked very good. It's really hard to pick up and makes that runner at first base think twice when he's going to steal. Here's a 2-0. That one's on the outside edge. It's now 2-1. So Edmond pick off a couple of guys. There's only one time that so far that he's been called for a balk. Here's the 2-1 from Mahoney to Merquan. Swing and a miss, and it's now 2-2. With 2 strikes and 2 outs, not the 3-2 count, but with the 2-2 count, see if maybe Keenels tries to take off. 2-2 pitch, not running, and Merquan's able to just get a piece of it to stay alive at 2-2. In the bottom of the 3rd inning for Orono to be 8-9-1, just like it was in the 2nd inning. All 9 guys came to the plate in the bottom of the 2nd, scoring 4 times to take a 6-0 lead. For Post State, they need a couple runs. Again, you're not in danger territory right now, but another 2-run inning, and all of a sudden you've got to make sure that you're scoring in the 5th, by the 5th, to keep it from going in an 8-run game after 5. There's a check swing from Merquan. He didn't fully want to swing at it, but he got a piece of it and fouled it away and stays alive at 2-2. Again, these teams, every team that's playing here at Harmon 2 will move to Harmon 1 tomorrow, as Orono will play at 12 and 2:30. There's a ground ball up the middle to the second baseman. Bobbled. The throw is going to be late, and it will be a 2-out error charge to the second baseman Larson, and it keeps the inning alive. And now here's Bennett Dean with an opportunity to score a couple runs. Dean struck out looking his first trip to the plate. Post State averaging about 3 strikeouts against per game. Much different than what the high school season was like. As Dean will get off the end of the bat on the left side, take a high hop to the shortstop. The throw to first, though, from Engesser will retire the side. No runs score, no hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. After 2.5, Orono leads Pierre 6-0. Listen to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heat-A-Later fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heat-A-Later fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-A-Later Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. New name, same great service. Whether you're looking to get your vehicle worked on, need a new part, or looking for a new ride, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is here for you. We'd love the chance to buy your vehicle too. Visit us at Awahi Days. We'll have a booth set up with giveaways. If you're thinking about ordering a new vehicle, be sure to stop by and see one of our sales specialists. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
It is the bottom of the third inning, and Post State down at 6-0. And it's 8-9-1 here for Orono as they look to extend their lead. Bennett Johnson, who led off the second inning with a walk and coming around to score, Connor Mahoney, and then Jack Lewin. 8-9-1 once again. It's the same three that started the second inning that scored 4 times. 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors, or excuse me, 1 error for Orono. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors so far for Post State as the first pitch will miss, get to the backstop for ball 1. Again for Pierre, this tournament they have done well at throughout the years. 2020 was maybe the exception, was a different type tournament as it counts now 2-0. But in 2019 and in 2021, Post State won their pool. And the Eights, which 2019 was a little bit of a, it was not as big of a tournament. They only played 3 games. And then a 4th game was guaranteed Saturday night, as that one's fouled back, and it's now 2-1. But it was a consolation game to get to a 4th game if you didn't win the pool, and if you were able to win the pool, you're able to play again, and Post State was able to make it to the semifinal of the Dakota Classic in 2019, playing on Sunday. Here's a 2-1. That one's outside, and it's now 3-1 here to Bennett Johnson. The Eights end up losing to the Fargo team that got second place in the American Legion World Series. As I believe it was Gillette and that Fargo. That was post 2 at the time. Bennett Johnson will walk to lead things off here in the bottom of the third. And it will bring the number 9 hitter in Connor Mahoney. He showed bunts in his first trip to the plate. But that was, the runner took off for second on the first pitch. And he tried to bunt one more time, missed it, and then swung away the rest of the at-bat. Ended up grounding out to Wiebe at second on a slow hit ground ball to the second base on the right side. Showing bunt is Mahoney. Neva comes all the way in, pick off attempt, and diving back in safely is Johnson over at first base. But for here in 2021, or from 2021, Post State ended up going 3-1 and went 3-0 to open up the Dakota Classic, and that big win against Sioux Falls West clinched them that pool win. And getting to second base will be Bennett Johnson as he will take it with the ball getting to the backstop on a pitch that was low. So it's now 1-0 to Connor Mahoney. And Johnson on at second. He is in scoring position here in the bottom of the third with nobody out. And the Eights were able to pick up the pool win last year and then ended up losing, I believe, to Shakopee, Minnesota in the quarterfinals. That one will miss low and outside. It's now 2-0. So they end up going 3-2 overall, but end up getting that a pool win once again here. In this pool, I think Columbus, Nebraska might be the cream of the crop of what that day will look like, or what this pool will look like. And that's the first team that we see tomorrow, as that one is fouled back. The backstop is now 2-1. That's a 5 o'clock start. And then Post State will then take on Sioux Falls East. And how the tournament's set up, and again, without, you don't want to think that you're not going to win the pool, but you also don't want to think that you're going to win the pool and automatically face a South Dakota team. You may not see another South Dakota team than Sioux Falls East, even if you go all the way to the championship. as it counts now 3-1 as it is low and outside to Connor Mahoney. But you set up your pitching for Saturday night, and then you branch back to Friday night, and then you go out towards Sunday morning. As Connor Bruce delivers the 3-1 pitch to Mahoney. Swing and a miss as Mahoney chased ball 4, and the count's now full at 3-2. On deck is the top of the order and Jack Lewin, the third baseman. As we do have some action in the bullpen. As looks like maybe Johnny Lyons is warming up out there. That one is fouled back on the 3-2. Lyons the DH, so if he would come into the ball game, then it wouldn't change anything in the lineup. Here comes the 3-2 again from Bruce to Mahoney. Runner takes off for third, swing and a miss. The throw to third is off of the runner. And Bennett Johnson is safe at third base, but that one might have stung him. It might have got him in the shin. He gets right back up. There's a strikeout, though, of Mahoney. First strikeout of the ball game for Bruce. And there's one down. And a runner at third base as the top of the order. And Jack Lewin comes to the plate. And again for Connor Bruce. He's gone 2 1/3 right now. He has thrown 60 pitches, so he's still got another 45 left to go before he has to be removed from the ball game. That one's flown out towards right field. Spencer Easlin going back on it. He'll backpedal. He'll make the catch. Runner will tag from third, and he will score without a play. It goes as a sacrifice fly for Jack Lewin. There's now 2 down, and it's a 7-0 lead for Orono here in the bottom of the third inning. And again, it's a 12 after 4, 8 after 5. So this next run doesn't mean a whole lot other than Post State just needs to score a run by the top of the 5th inning. Here's the first pitch to Charlie Larson. That one's upstairs for ball 1. Larson so far in his 2 plate appearances, he walked and came around to score in the bottom of the first, and then he singled in the bottom of the second. Last time in this last inning, Larson came up with 2 outs and started the rally that scored another 4 runs. That one's through the left side. He's now 2 for 2, been on base all 3 times as Larson. And he's looking to extend and rally again for Orono as Josh DeLang, the center fielder, will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2. DeLang again flew out to the center fielder Kruger in his first at-bat, then singled. Ended up being 5 hits, all with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. And DeLang had one of those 5 hits. Pickoff attempt back in safely on the swipe tag from Dean, the first baseman. Might see Dean throw here this weekend, or if not, we'll probably see him throw next weekend in the Minot tournament. There's a lot of baseball between Friday today, the 17th, through next week, Sunday, the 26th. Runner takes off, taken for a strike, and Hunsley couldn't pull the trigger on the throw, and they couldn't get the ball out of the glove cleanly. So he swiping second is Larson. Now he is in scoring position with 2 away here in the bottom of the third inning. 7 runs on 9 hits now for Orono. Here's the 0-1. Here's a ground ball. Keenholz will field it short. The throw to first is a wide throw, and it's now first and third with 2 away. Going to be an air charge to Keenholz, so the inning continues. And Marco Sapilla, who had an RBI single in his last at-bat, is back to the plate. He's 1 for 2.
Big lead, Charlie.
And with runners now at the corners. Again, a base hit now would extend this lead to 8. Here's the first pitch to Sapilla. Runner takes off. There's a fly ball to center field, or left field. And the catch will be made right at the wall by Jack Merkwan. And will retire the side here in the bottom of the third inning. Another run scores on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. After 3 completes, it is a 7-0 lead for Orono over Pierre. Listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, let's go. We're going to be late for the baseball game.
I know, my air conditioner is letting me down like our middle reliever last game. I have to give someone a call.
That's easy. Call in the closer, AirTech Heating and Cooling. They use Coleman brand heaters and air conditioners, and like our team's closer, AirTech with Coleman products give us quality and dependability we can trust to win the game.
You're right. I'm going to the bullpen. AirTech, I need you.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
Top of the 4th inning, and Post State is down 7-0. As it'll be 5, 6, and 7. Gary Nedved, Johnny Lyons, and Spencer Easlin, the first 3 hitters. As Mahoney has thrown 3 innings on 52 pitches, giving up just 1 hit, 2 walks so far against him. And 1 error that has allowed a man to reach base. Actually, 3 or 2 walks and a hit batter. Gary Nedved was hit by a pitch in his first. Ryan Nelson will move to right field, and Sapilla will go from right to left field. So everything else will stay the same. So Ryan Nelson now in the ball game as he'll play out and right. Nedved will lead things off. The number 5 hitter here for Post State. And again, Pierre needs to find some offense here rather quickly because here in the 4th inning, this could turn into a quicker game if Post State doesn't start to put some offense up on the scoreboard with just that 1 hit so far. Here in the top of the 4th inning, and Orono's got an opportunity to get a couple zeros and only need to score 1 more run and would win a ball game in 5 innings. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Nedved. He was hit by a pitch and then retired on the double play. That was on a fantastic sliding play from Lewin on the back end over at third base. That one's flown out towards left center field. Long run coming in, and it will drop in for a base hit. And Gary Nedved is now 1 for 1. Second hit of the ball game. And Post State, for the 3rd time in 4 innings, will have the leadoff man on base. They were unable to cash in the 1st and 2nd. Let's see if they can cash in here in the top of the 4th as Johnny Lyons will come to the plate. He grounded into that double play in his first at-bat. With Nedved on at first, nobody out here in the top of the 4th. Here's the first pitch. And Lyons will ground it over to the third baseman. Only play is going to be the first this time for Lewin. And he'll make the play. Nedved will take second. And it's 2 groundouts for Lyons to the third baseman. There's now 1 down, and Spencer Easlin will come to the plate. He's got the RBI opportunity. As Post State so far, they are 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position in this ball game. First pitch, a swing and a miss to Spencer Easlin. He walked, ended up stealing second with 2 outs in that top of the 2nd inning. He's got Nedved on at second base. The 1-0 pitch from Connor Mahoney. That one will miss just a little bit low, but just below the knees, and it's now 1-1. And a base hit would get Pierre its first run here in the ball game. Here's the 1-1 from Mahoney to Easlin. That one will bounce in. Another good block there from Vanyo, the catcher. Nedved unable to take off for third. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Pickoff attempts. And no throw from the pitcher Mahoney. Nedved trying to get a big lead out there at second base. Here's the 2-1 pitch. After a look from Mahoney. Comes inside and hits Easlin. So he is on at first, and now there's 2 on and 1 out. And it brings up the catcher, Grayson Hunsley. Be the first time that Post State will have 2 runners on with less than 2 outs. Everybody in home plate umpire making sure that Easlin is okay, and he gives a thumbs up. So runners at first and second here with 1 down. Here in the top of the 4th inning. 7-0 lead for Orono. Here's the first pitch to Hunsley. He'll pop that one up. Foul, and that will get out of play. And it's 0-1 here to Hunsley. He ground out to the shortstop in his first trip to the plate. Base hit through the hole could score Nedved. With Nedved at second and Easlin at first. 0-1. That one's ground off the foot of Hunsley. And the count is now 0-2. In this weekend, it will, the Hunsley, you've had Stalley behind the plate. Also have Hunsley, and with the temperatures that Post State could be dealing with, it's not bad tonight and won't be too bad Sunday morning. But with a lot of baseball over the next couple of weeks, you think that Grayson Hunsley will maybe get a game off from behind the plate, and they'll figure out who will end up catching for Post State. I believe it's all been Stalley and Hunsley. George Stalley not here. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one is chopped foul on the first base side. So Hunsley is able to stay alive once again. Another 0-2 pitch upcoming. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error so far for Post State. 7 runs on 9 hits and 1 error for Orono. Another pickoff move that there was no throw from Mahoney. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one's outside. It's now 1-2. No activity in the right field bullpen at all, as Mahoney is going to be throwing pitch number 65 up next. Connor Bruce with 66 pitches through 3 innings. Here's the 1-2. Long pause again, 1-2 pitch delivers, and Hunsley is able to ground it, but he grounds right back to the pitcher, throws a second for 1. That's all they're going to get. So the runners are at first and third with 2 away. Fielder's choice for Grayson Hunsley, 2 down, and now it's Brecken Kruger, who needs a base hit to get Post State on the board. Matt Hansen will courtesy run for Grayson Hunsley. Hansen was coaching first base, so he just takes off the coaching helmet without any ear flaps and puts on Grayson Hunsley's helmet, and Hunsley will get the catcher's gear back on. So Hansen will lead away from first. Nedved's over at third. Here's the first pitch to Kruger. That one will miss low for ball 1. I don't know what the rule is. Hansen might actually, because he's not hitting, he might actually be able to wear that helmet while he's running the bases. Not as comfortable or doesn't fit as well. That one's popped up on the right side to the right field line. It will land foul. And evens the count at 1-1. Back in the day, John Olerud used to wear the helmet while fielding. Longtime Seattle Mariner, and he might have played for Toronto as well. But he wore that helmet on the field. Obviously, he wore a different helmet when he came to the plate, but he wore that, kept the coaching helmet that is now being mandatory to wear up and down, or up to the big leagues, as that one's on the inside edge. It's now 1-2. Hansen leading away from first. Nedved over at third. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Connor Mahoney to Brecken Kruger. Hansen takes off with the pitch. Kruger swings and misses, and that will retire the side here in the top of the fourth. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Orono leads it 7-0 over Pierre. Listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
Back here, bottom of the fourth inning, and it is Orono leading it 7-0 as Johnny Lyons will toe the rubber in relief of Connor Bruce, as Bruce goes 3 innings, allowing 7 runs, all of them earned, 9 hits, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout for Connor Bruce. Johnny Lyons, this will be his 3rd appearance, 2nd relief appearance. He's thrown 7 innings so far. He is 0-1 on the season, but he's got given up 10 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned. Does not have a walk. He's got 5 strikeouts. He has hit 3 guys. So his ERA is 6 right now, and the whip of 1.43 for Johnny Lyons. And he will deal with 5, 6, and 7. Jacob Vanyo, Sutton Bjorn, and Justice Engesser, the first 3 hitters. 5, 6, and 7 for Orono. And they, right now, need 1 run and then a 0 in the top of the 5th inning. And it'll end the ball game. So this becomes a must-have 0, because Post State is unable. If Post State's unable to score, they do have the top of the order up, but you don't want to put it to the test. I like to have a 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the 4th, but it is Jacob Vanyo who is 2 for 2, 2 singles, an RBI in each of those 2 hits. As Johnny Lyons delivers the first pitch, and he'll ground it foul on the first base side. And it is 0-1. The right fielder, the left fielder, Bennett Johnson, is Ryan Nelson that's in for him. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is grounded to the right side. It'll be Wiebe to field. He's got to throw to Lyons to cover first base, and there's a good play there from Johnny Lyons to field the position. Dean went for it, unable to get to it, but it turns into a 4-1 putout. And a strong play there from Johnny Lyons, getting off the mound, hooking his way around to the first base bag, and fielding that throw from Jaden Wiebe, who led him to the first base bag. So now Sutton Bjorn, who is 2 for 2, 2 singles, RBI single in his first trip to the plate. First pitch is inside edge for strike 1. Again for Post State, they'll have the top of the order in the top of the 5th inning. 0-1 pitch. That will bounce in. It's now 1-1. If the score stays the same, they don't have to have a run to keep the ball game going to the bottom of the 5th, but it becomes must score in that 5th inning, because one, you're running out of outs. and two, that you got to find your way back into this one, as there's a ground ball to the second baseman, Wiebe. He'll throw to first. 2 quick outs for Johnny Lyons, as now the shortstop and Justice Engesser. He is 0 for 2, flew out to the center fielder and also ground out to Wiebe at second base, who has made the first 2 plays here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the first pitch. That was on the outside edge and taken for strike 1. Lions looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. 2 out hits have been a specialty for Orono through 3 innings so far. That one's outside. It's now 1-1. Of their 9 hits, 8 of them have come with 2 outs. 8 of their 9 hits have come with 2 outs. Here's the 1-2 pitch, or the 1-1 pitch. There's a high chopper. Dean will field. He'll take it to the bag himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. That wasn't the easiest out for Dean to field at first base either. But a 1-2-3 inning for Johnny Lyons in the bottom of the 4th. We head to the top of the 5th. It's still a 7-0 lead for Orono over Pierre. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
If you're in the market for a new home, call my mom or grandma, Kathy. Sunshine Properties is my mom and my grandma.
When you're ready to buy or sell, rely on us, Kathy Sunshine Properties. We'll help you to buy or sell with confidence. When you're out and about, stop and see us at our new location on the corner of Capitol and Central here in Pierre.
Top of the 5th inning, and Post State's down 7-0. We'll have the top of the order as they look to start a big comeback. As it'll be Blake Nelson taking over for Charlie Larson. So both Nelsons are in now, and the everybody is in the ball game for Orono. They had just 2 subs, as did Pierre, with Matthew Hansen courtesy running. The only guy on the bench, well, I guess, and Matthew Hansen coming to the ball game as well, but it is Aaron Booth that is the only guy that has not seen any action yet for Post State. 7-0 score here in the top of the 5th inning as Matt Hansen comes over and retrieves a baseball. Lights are turning on here at Harmon as we are still about another 40 minutes away from, just a little, actually less than a half an hour away now from sunset. Lincoln Keenels leads things off. He is 1 for 1. He singled and walked his first 2 trips to the plate. First pitch will bounce in for ball 1. The Eights have been stymied to this point. Just 2 hits. A leadoff single for Keenels in the first and a leadoff single for Nedved in the 4th. That one is chopped foul off a home plate, and the count's now even at a ball and a strike. Again, tomorrow Post State will play at 5 o'clock against Columbus, Nebraska. That's a 4:45 coverage start time, depending on how things go. It might be a couple minutes later, might be a couple minutes earlier. Here's the 1-1. That one will bounce in, and it's now 2-1. Then after that, Pierre will take on Sioux Falls East in the South Dakota game this weekend for the Eights. 2-1, ground ball right side. It'll be fielded by the first baseman in Bjorn. He stayed with it down the line and was able to make the play. And there's one down here in the top of the 5th inning. And it will bring up Jaden Wiebe, who's 0 for 2. Post State, after this weekend, again, they will see Sioux Falls East on Wednesday for a doubleheader. So they really get no break of seeing Sioux Falls East. They'll have 3 games against them from Saturday night to Wednesday evening. And then it's to Mandan, then up to Minot. Post State will be off the weekend of the 4th of July, and they'll play on that Friday. at home, and then they'll be at home against Mitchell on July 5th before the next weekend of the Gopher Classic. That one will miss Lotus, now 2-0. So a tournament this weekend. Next weekend, you go to Minot. A weekend off after playing Friday. And then we'll have the Gopher Classic. Don't have the schedule yet. Don't know what pool they're in, what location they're at for the Gopher Classic. But in due time, as that one's grounded foul down the third baseline. And the count's now 2-1. Same goes for next weekend for Minot. We know we're going to Minot, but don't have the bracket schedule. Nothing of the sort is posted yet for the Minot tournament. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Wiebe. That one's grounded at a high chopper and fielded by the third baseman. A long throw across the diamond is in time to get him. And Jack Lewin is having himself a ball game over at third base. That one is that was in the outfield grass. That one took a horrible hop that he's able to field and stretched it out, threw it across, and got Wiebe by half a step, if that, for the second out. And there's now 2 down here in the top of the fifth, and it brings up Jack Merquant. Here's the first pitch to Merquant. He'll take that for ball 1. As Post State, boy, that was a really good play, but Post State is robbed of a 1-out base runner. There's a swing and a miss by Merquant. The count's now 1-1. He is 0 for 2 so far. Flew out to right field and reached on an air. Here's the 1-1 from Mahoney. That one will catch the bottom of the zone. The count's now 1-2, and Mahoney is a strike away from finishing out here the fifth inning. Mahoney looking for 5 shutout innings. Here's the 1-2 pitch. He's got the 5 shutout innings. Looked out for strike 3, and Merquant's down on strikes, retires the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Mahoney, and now Orono's got an opportunity to score 1 run in the 5th inning and win the ball game. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
Back here in the bottom of the 5th inning, a 7-0 lead for Orono as they will have 8-9-1. Ryan Nelson be the first hitter as he will have his first cracks at it. And the first pitch is missed for ball 1. If you're watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports, it is, I noticed it and tried to fix it. It is not lightning here at Harmon. It is just how the movement of the players and the lighting of as the sun is going down that made it look like it potentially was lightning, but it is a clear blue sky here at Harmon Park. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Nelson. That one comes in, and it's now 2-1. Again, 7-0 is our score here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Orono needs just 1 run here in this inning to win the ball game. That one will bounce in. It's now 3-1. In Post State, they're looking for that game tomorrow night at 7:30 against Sioux Falls East. They're not looking past opponents or anything like that, but your chips are all in on the Sioux Falls East game because that's the important one. to try and get back to 500 in South Dakota games with a win over East. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Hunsley will throw it to first. It's a low throw, and Dean's able to scoop it out. And the leadoff man is retired on the strikeout, and it brings up the number 9 man and the pitcher, and Connor Mahoney. Mahoney is 0 for 2. Ground out and a strikeout victim. The strikeout for Connor Bruce came against his counterpart. Lions with 1 strikeout so far. He's retired the four in a row as the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Mahoney and then Jack Lewin. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one is popped up. Shallow center field, left center field, as Brecken Kruger comes in, makes the catch, and 5 straight retired here for Johnny Lyons. And it brings up now Jack Lewin, who is 1 for 2 in the ball game, had an RBI sac fly in the 3rd inning that extend the lead to what it is right now, 7-0. Again, 8 of the 9 hits for Orono have come with 2 outs. And there's a line shot right to Keenels. He'll make the catch, and it retires his side. Johnny Lyons has retired all 6 men that he's faced here in relief through the 4th and 5th inning. We head to the top of the 6th. Post State still alive, still an opportunity. Down 7-0 to Orono. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com. Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre, or visit their website at ComtechPlus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
4, 5, and 6 here for Post States as they still trail at 7-0. As it is Connor Mahoney, 81 pitches so far through 5 shutout innings. He's got to be somewhat quick in this inning if he wants to try and go all 7, but if he gets another 0, Orono's got another opportunity to get an 8-run lead by scoring just 1 run and finishing the ball game early. But Bennett Dean, Gary Nedved, and Johnny Lyons will try and have something to say about that. As Dean will lead things off, he's 0 for 2 so far. Struck out looking and also ground out to the shortstop in his 2 trips to the plate. Just 2 hits so far. Nedved, who is on deck, has 1 of those 2 hits. He's been on base both times he's come to the plate. He and Easlin, along with Keenels, have been on base twice. They're the only guys to reach base besides Merquan's Air. First pitch is over for strike 1 as we kick off the top of the 6th inning. With a 7-0 lead for Orono over Pierre. That one will miss low and outside. It's now 1-1. Again, for Mahoney, he's got to try and be as efficient as he can in this inning, as he still has 23 pitches left to go. Here's a 1-1. That was on the outside edge. Now 1-2 here to Dean. And for Post State, they can be, well, they don't want to be too choosy here. They got 7 runs to make up. You got to try and jump on anything and everything here in this 6th inning. 1-2 pitch. That one will bounce in right over to where Nedved's at. The on-deck circle, and the count's now 2-2. Here to the Post State first baseman. Here's a 2-2 from Mahoney to Dean. That one will miss low and away, and it's now 3-2. Dean looking to be a leadoff man. Here in the top of the 6th inning, 3-2 pitch, swings and misses. And he is down on strikes for the 2nd time, and it will bring up Gary Nedved. Nedved was hit by a pitch. He also singled. He was stranded at third base. Post State has left 6 men on base so far in the ball game, while only having 2 hits. Here is first pitch to Nedved at the top of the zone for strike 1. Orono's left 6 men on base, 2 in each of the first 3 innings. But in the 4th and 5th, they have yet to record a base runner against Lions in relief. Nedved will reach for it on the 0-1 pitch. He'll ground it right back to Mahoney, and he'll throw in a first. And there's 2 down now here in the top of the 6th. And it brings up Johnny Lyons, who was ground out to the third baseman both times. This will be pitch number 90 here for Mahoney. And with a quick out, then you'll have the opportunity in the 7th, if we get to the 7th inning, to go a complete game shutout. Here's the first pitch to Lyons. That's just a bit outside for ball 1. Again, Lyons has ground out to the third baseman both times. The first time that Nedved was retired in this ball game in his plate appearance. That one comes inside and takes it for a strike, and the count is now 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from Mahoney to Johnny Lyons. He'll chop that one foul on the third base side, and the count is now 1-2. In the bottom of the 6th inning for Orono, they'll have 2, 3, and 4. Blake Nelson will have his first plate appearance. Then Josh DeLang and Marco Sapillo. Here's the 1-2 from Mahoney to Lyons. He checks his swing. They will ask the first base umpire, and he says no go, and it's now a 2-2 count. Good hold up there by Lyons. Mahoney's got another opportunity to end this 6th inning. Here's a 2-2. That one is outside, and it's now 3-2. So this will be pitch number 95. And if he wants to have a shot in the 7th inning, he's really got to try and get Lyons here. 3-2 pitch. Gets it for strike 3, and that will retire the side here in the top of the 6th inning. That is 7 straight retired now for Mahoney, as through 6, he has got 6 shutout innings. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning, and Orono's got another opportunity for 1 run to win the ball game. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161.
Little Sweet! Did you miss your exit?
For the 2nd time in a row.
Ooh, 3rd time's a charm. You deserve a treat for that time on the road. Did you lose your favorite sunglasses?
Yes, and they were on my head.
Or did you remember your wallet, but forget your phone instead? So sweet, unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you meal prep all your lunches, then order tacos instead?
I'm so ashamed. Please don't tell my wife.
I went to the grocery store and actually remembered my reusable bags.
Earth-friendly, so safe. It's one of a kind, it'll blow your mind. That deserves a Dr. Pepper.
As the first at bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning ends up being a base runner, as Dean was not on the bag on the throw from Nedved, might have pulled him off the bag, but the leadoff man is on base to kick things off here in the bottom of the 6th. That was Blake Nelson, and now it's Josh DeLang as he comes to the plate. First pitch is over for strike 1. Will be an air charge to Bennett Dean, as here's the 0-1 now from Lyons to DeLang. That one is foul tipped, and it's now 0-2. That's the first base runner against Lions. He threw 17 pitches through 2 innings with a strikeout. He got 3 ground outs and then 2 pop outs. 3 ground outs in the 4th inning. 2 pop outs with a strikeout in the 5th, and started the 6th with a ground ball. As the second error charged against Post State. Here's the 0-2. Reaching for it. Up the middle. And Keenels will flip to second for 1. The throw to first is offline, but safe at first, and what a fielder's choice. That was a fantastic play from Keenels on the flip. Going away from second base, and to flip it to Wiebe, who was covering, and he also had to contort his body around too. 6-4 on the fielder's choice, and there's now 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And it will bring up Marco Sapilla, who is 1 for 3. He had an RBI single back in the bottom of the 2nd inning. First pitch fouls it back, and it's 0-1. Action in the bullpen down in right field for Orono, as their pitcher Mahoney has 10 pitches left to work with, and we'll see if he even comes out for the 7th inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Runner takes off. That one's popped up, and it will be off the fence. Stayed in play, but it went off the top of the fence, and is now 0-2. One on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Johnny Lyons trying for 3 shutout innings in relief, and to give Post State an opportunity to try and score at least 7 runs in the 7th inning. Here's a 2-1. There's a fly ball to center field. Going back on his Kruger. It's over his head. All the way to the fence. Rounding third. Going to be trying to score. The winning run will come around to score. And Post State will drop game number 1 of the Dakota Classic 8-0. And game-winning RBI triple for Marco Sapilla, his 2nd RBI of the ball game. And Orono will win it 8-0 over Post State here in the first game of the Dakota Classic. We'll step aside for a minute, come back and finish out the ball game here in the post-game show. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
As we welcome you back here to Harmon as Game 1 concludes with Orono winning 8-0 over Pierre. 8 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, and 6 men left on base for the winning Orono team. And no runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, and 6 men left on base for Pierre. As only 2 hits for Orono came with less than 2 outs. Pierre only had 2 hits in general in the ball game, and that's not going to win you a whole lot of baseball games, as Connor Bruce will be tagged with the loss. He went 3 innings, gave up 7 runs, 9 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. Johnny Lyons gives up that was an earned run against him, and it goes 1 hit, 1 run, no walks, and 1 strikeout for Johnny Lyons in his inning, 2 1/3 innings of relief in the ball game. Connor Mahoney goes 6 shutout innings, allowing just those 2 hits. He was fantastic in 95 pitch effort, as Orono will have a 1-0 record and will play 2 games tomorrow, and they'll be looking to go to 3-0 as in this Dakota Classic. Post State will look to go to 2-1. They'll play Columbus, Nebraska next at 5 o'clock tomorrow, and then it will be Sioux Falls East to follow at 7:30. Time of the ball game was 1 hour and 31 minutes. As you're listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station, Post 8 now drops to 5-8, and we'll have an opportunity for 2 wins tomorrow. The biggest of those 2 wins. If you're going to win one, if you're just going to win one game this weekend, you don't want to win just one game. And at this point, you want to go 3-1, and maybe you win the pool. But if you're going to win just one game this weekend, it's got to be Saturday night, tomorrow night against Sioux Falls East to get that South Dakota win. But an 8-0 loss here to Orono in this ball game to open up the Dakota Classic. And Pierre will be back in action tomorrow evening at Harmon and 1. Much better camera angle for those of you watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports, as we'll have a much better camera angle coming for the press box at Harmon and 1 tomorrow night for the 5 and 7:30 game. That'll wrap things up for us here from Harmon here in the first game of the Dakota Classic. Thanks to Jen Hanna back at the station. Appreciate the work that she did here this evening. John Winkler signing off as Post 8 drops the first game 8-0 to Orono here in the Dakota Classic, as we say so long from Harmon.
You've been listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post 8 Baseball is brought to you by Dr. Pepper, Floss Dentistry, Comtech, Wagner Auto, Dakota Sprinkler, CHS River Plains, Kathy Sunshine Properties, True Green, B&B Equipment, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Gales Gas. Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by AirTech, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Olson Plumbing, First Dakota National Bank, Ferding Electric, Shane's Pharmacy, Avera, Sander Auto Parts, Edward Jones Financial, Todd's Electric, Lamb Auto, Kruger Contracting, the Oahe YMCA, Bank West, and Fisher Rounds. Join us all season for Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation of